What's up? Welcome. Yes, you as well. Hope you are doing well on this wonderful Sunday. This and that with Matt. Hey, welcome. Skull. Fish sticks. Hey. Getting better by the day. That's what's up. Yeah. Burgers on the tripod as we speak. You got a tripod? This is a tripod. Why is there no burgers on my tripod? I'll be going to a cookout tomorrow. That'll be fun. Until then, it is a time of reflection. Open fire is the only way to go. Ha! I agree. Kind of plays into what we're going to talk about tonight. Our ancestors. Open fires. Yeah. Good times. Good times by the fire. Fire that gives heat and warmth. Gives light. And transforms food into something absolutely amazing. Have you tried Foggy Geezer beer? No, but I'm intrigued. That's Detain 85. Joe Morgan. Yes, welcome. Welcome to Sunday Reflections. Yeah. I hope that we can all hear our ancestors today. And what is this day? This is what, the eve of Memorial Day. I think that as soon as they said, oh yeah, you're off for Memorial Day, it was Memorial Day for me. It was Thursday. And that just got me thinking about all my ancestors, everyone in my family, and my friends that have died in battle or just out of old age. I mean, this is a day of, Memorial Day is a day of reflection of those who gave their life in battle. Vlapnamirmin is the term used in Old Norse. It means men who died by weapons, that met a weapon death by a weapon. It's the only way to get into Valhalla, or Valhalla as you know it. That was the way of Old Norse. Terry Johnson. See, I've been reading some of the stuff out there. Egil Grimson's Egil Skallagrimson. Egil Skallagrimson. Yeah. Our ancestors. I imagine that they watch us. Think about that. Those that have came before you, that you have ties to. Foggy Geezer. All right, fish sticks. I'll check it out. I hope it's not an IPA. I don't like IPAs, but I might try it. I like the only IPA I like is Voodoo Ranger, and just that one type. That's it. It's just way too hoppy. Hey, Shorty, welcome. Welcome to Sunday Reflections. Eric, welcome. Our ancestors. We have ties to them. Oh, it's a hazy India Pale. Okay, it is IPA. Okay. You know, your father. Right, Greenleaf. You want to see your ancestors? Look in the mirror. Absolutely. There's somebody back there. Somebody back there in your line looks just like you. It's funny how genetics work. And some would say that's where the reincarnation things come from, you know. I've looked at old uh, Sister Marie. Right on, Sister Marie. Absolutely. John Smith. Your ancestors, they speak to us. They watch us. Our fathers that came before us. Their fathers and mothers. And your great-great-grandfathers. And your great-great-grandmothers. And your uncles. Ancestors also go to your friends. So you think about this support system, if you will. Folks that stand behind you because you are the tip of the spear. Yeah. You are the tip of the spear of your ancestors. Right on, John. We stand and we're pushed by our ancestors. We have to remember their words, their lessons. We have to learn from their mistakes. Our ancestors went through a lot. Memorial Day, we reflect on our ancestors that didn't come back. They paid the ultimate price for whatever reason. They are part of our support group as well. And everybody has this unseen force behind them, pushing them. Many cultures to this day follow this practice, ancestral worship. That's to take. That's a question that only you can answer. I would not answer that question. But yes, the answer is yes. I would add, yes, I'll answer that question. Yes. How's that for an answer? You tell me. Who do you remember? Is it your uncle that you met when you were 6 years old? Died in Vietnam? Think about today. How many fathers died in Afghanistan? Skull. KP Heathen. Our ancestors are there for us. Our ancestors, like I said, they push us. We are the tip of the spear and they are the shaft. Together we fly through the air. Wolfang, welcome. Our ancestors are the ones that taught us how to tie our shoes, taught us how to talk, taught us how to walk, and taught us things not to do, like how putting forks in electrical sockets. Don't do that. Don't touch that hot skillet. Don't drink the bleach. You know, you would think that most people would know these things. And there's a lot of other secrets as well that your ancestors hold. And they teach you things. Secrets that nobody else knows. That only are privy to you and your ancestors. You know, there's this, like I said, ancestral worship. That goes on in a lot of cultures. Old Norse, Scandinavia, Iceland. There's still such thing called ancestral land law, where that land is the land going all the way back to its time, to its beginning. Jewish redneck prepper. Mazel tov. Mazel tov. And that land is for the ancestors and the line that comes after. It stretches out to you. The Jewish, the Hebrew, they had ancestors that they thought fondly of. You think about the ways that we bury our dead, we honor our dead. We built grand monuments with them. The Hebrews literally dug into the rock, built a little bedroom for them, washed the bodies, and continued to wash the bodies long after they were dead, and come and visit and speak and talk with them and break bread and drink wine and all this while they were dead. They're not the only ones that did this. And at some point in time, they sealed it up and off they went. And every now and then they'd come back and go, yep, that's where Yeshua is. FSP. Right on, John. The Norse, the Vikings, had a long history of literally for years going and hanging out with their ancestors in the tomb, partying, carrying on like as if, it was, they were still there, propping them up, you know. They would bring them and ask them, is this wife acceptable? But it goes deeper than that. That's just superficial shit we do. We're a sentimental bunch here. Crazy backyard chicken man. We are sentimental creatures. We we have keepsakes. We hold memories. We have pictures, photographs. I know mom. Ask mom. Hey mom, you got a picture of great great grandpa? If she don't, somebody else does in the family. And there's stories. There's always stories. I implore you to hear the stories of your aunts and uncles and your mothers and your fathers, of their mothers and fathers, who you may or may not have met. Chances are you haven't met. But you come from them. And they paved the way, didn't they? Mom kept your macaroni art. Yes, she did. Yeah, they do that. Very sentimental bunch, are we? Yeah. And our ancestors were no different than any human. They had aspirations. They had fears. They had ailments. They had problems. They had issues. Miss Grandma, hey. Some of our ancestors did very bad things. That's why I say it's important to learn from the learn your lessons of what not to do. Oh wow, that's great acetate. That's beautiful. For this. Yeah. They did everything we had to do. They had to eat, they had to sleep, they had to work, they had to poop, they had to get sick, they had to recover, they had to fight, they had to fuck, they had to survive. They had to do everything that we do. Some it was easier for, some it was much harder. Ghost Lacan. Our ancestors carved a living out of this land. And from their success, here we are. I think it's very stupid to take that for granted. So days like this, weekends like this, it's very important to acknowledge our ancestors. Like I said, I imagine them watching us. I imagine them watching us. Sometimes they're screaming, go left, young man, go left. Don't buy that house, buy this house. What are you, an idiot? I can see them jumping up and down and screaming, trying to get our attention. And some of you folks that believe in the esoteric and all that, and it's a possibility that poltergeist and things of that nature are our ancestors going, hey, fucking idiot, wake up. some cultures believe that that's where the subtle signs are. That's our ancestors speaking to us. When's the last time you paid homage to your ancestors? When's the last time that you had looked up a picture, you spoke to them? When's the last time you went to their graves? Greenleaf, I like that. Yeah, Yogi Berra, he was quite the wisdom and bard. Holly and Emo. He was quite the bard. his uncanny words and wisdom. I mean, everything that we see today, all our advancements from the technological sector to the all right. Thank you, Red Jack. Check it out, folks. Everything was a thought or an imagination in the minds of our ancestors. They did that shit. They made it happen. Whose ancestor created air conditioning? Man, what's up, Milo? You can still go there in your mind. Mind is always free. Tension is everything. Right, Kenogen. Yeah. I know we in our family we have a tradition. Is that every 4th of July we go to the grave. Somebody goes. It used to be a big thing. We would have a family reunion. All the brothers and sisters and all their families would get together and have a big old cookout, right? And then we'd go to the church. There's a church, and we literally have a grave site with the family there. The grave site is for all the families that were part of that church. And this church goes back to the early 1800s in Tennessee. So I have a place to rest when I die. You know, everybody in my family does. I guess that's the endowment thing or whatever. We help build the church, and we continue to give money to the church. I don't know. You know how that works. But that was the thing, and we would go to the graves, and we'd put flowers on the graves. People would talk to everybody that's passed on the graves. Some were sorrowful, some were yelling, cussing, and screaming. Some was a little bit of whiskey poured on their grave. And that was just some redneck Tennessee shit. Very simple. And the feasting and the barbecuing. And then we would talk. That somebody would go down the family tree. So and so in this and so in that. On this day, da 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 da. There was a book involved, and all the names went in it. Wow, Milo. Wow. So that was a way. I remember this as a kid. I was like, I remember asking questions. Who's that? That's so and so. He died in the Civil War. Right, KP Heathen? Usually in a Bible, right? Yeah. Everything's put in a Bible. That's it's usually the way. My grandma's last will and testament was found in her Bible. I mean, that's a physical place to go and see your ancestors. Even if you don't know who they are, even if you've never met them before. DJ, yeah. A bunch of pennies on the headstone, right? Our ancestors, man. We have to speak to them. You have to acknowledge them. You cannot forget the faces of your fathers or your mothers. They are the ones that push us. Like I said, we're the tip of the spear. There'll be a lot of parables tonight. Rooster! Brother Rooster, how you doing? Their lineage, their legacy. Right, Canajan? Yeah. Why fear it? Go there anyway. Hang out with them. There was a man of integrity. Yeah, Milo, the from 12 o'clock on is for those who served with those who have fallen. From sunup to 12 o'clock is for those who have fallen. So please make sure that you, I'm going to do this here. And I'm going to lower the flag, half mast, at Reveille. And then it goes up 12 o'clock. Our ancestors, man, they went through so much hardship, so much pain, so much suffering, so that we could have a better life, so they could build something. I would change that, ST. Definitely change that. We need a way to connect to our ancestors. Even if that's getting drunk. Yes. That used to be the tried and honored tradition, was to get drunk. Because you get to see your ancestors. You get to hear your ancestors. Or what you believe is your ancestors. Usually it's a cop with a flashlight banging on your fucking window going, hey, wake up, buddy. But our ancestors. I look at it this way, and it kind of came to me in a dream while I was napping. I go through this anyway. I have this kind of separation from myself. Some would say it's because of the TBIs. Some would say it's because of a different way of thinking. I don't know. There's a lot of times that I believe that I'm on top of a balcony overlooking a maze, and there I am, and I'm trying to tell myself to go left, go right, stand up, sit down, whatever. You know, it's kind of how I perceive myself sometimes. But imagine, if you will, your ancestors, your father and his father's father, sitting on the porch in their rocking chair, watching their sons and daughters play with their sons and daughters in the yard. Bright sunny day, sun is shining, birds are chirping, and you're just sitting there on the porch because you died. And you're with your grandpa, you're with your father and grandpa. You're watching your kids play. You're watching your sons and daughters who are grown. And they have kids in the yard and they're playing with them, throwing the ball around, Nerf guns, whatever. Right on, Milo. Right on. Yeah, Charity has prevented me from shooting holes in the wall. she's actually prevented me from killing people because I would wake up. Anyway, imagine that. Imagine you look back at the porch, at the house. There's your grandpa, your fathers, all these people in rocking chairs watching you. Now, what they see is they see you playing with your kids, and there's overwhelming joy because they accomplish. Think of the accomplishment of carrying on the lineage, the legacy. You think to yourself that my offspring will go far. They're going to be okay. They're strong. They're smart. They're of good stock. Our ancestors see us playing in the yard, yet they also look up and they see the storms that are coming. They can look over the land and see the locusts descending upon the fields. And we're just blissfully playing in the field, having a good old time, and our time in the sunshine. But our ancestors see, because they've been there. I don't know, Milo. I haven't played games in a long time. I don't know. Do you? Tell you the truth, it actually kind of helps people. Yeah. Wouldn't knock it. Drinks, Bane. So imagine that. Echo. Imagine that your ancestors are sitting on the porch. And you're playing, and you're playing in a field surrounded by flesh-eating locusts and hurricane-type storms overhead, yet you're just blissfully playing in the field, having a good old time. Your ancestors are on the porch, on the balcony, on the Bastilia. But you can't hear them. You can't see them. You're oblivious to what's going on. You're caught up in life. You're caught up in the moment. And every now and then, you turn around. You look towards your ancestors. That's when you can hear them. That's when you can see them saying, "There's a storm coming. Get ready. Take shelter. Get prepared." You know, I'd have to say, if you're any type of prepper, even if you're any type of warrior, you have to think of your ancestors. They're the ones that did all this before us. Ah! Echo, right? That was a crazy movie. Killer Tomatoes. Yeah, Killer Tomatoes. Right on, Eric. That's how I look at my ancestors. I see them on top of a balcony, and they're trying desperately to speak to me. Ripkuro. Yet I can barely see them. It's like the sun is in my eyes or something. I can barely hear them. All I hear is this craziness around me. All this, the hustle and bustle of the world. The sound of my own desolation. My own stupidity. I can't hear them. My own greed. My own arrogance. But I can see them. They're telling me to prepare, telling us all to get ready. They know, because they've lived the life. Most of our ancestors lived a harder life than us. A lot fucking harder. I remember my great granddad. He was missing a few things. Fingers and shit. Never trust the government. Oh, absolutely. They tell us a lot of things, don't us? Our ancestors, as Ascertain said, in general as well, helped write this Constitution, helped set up this this nation. And our ancestors had a part in that. Your ancestors had a part in that. Whether it was moving from Germany to Scotland to, moving to West Virginia, moving out west, go west, young man, digging a hole in the ground. Skull, hell, the Victoria's dead. It's a plane. Carving out a living in the earth itself. Having kids, sending them out into the world, the same lessons, the same intestinal fortitude. And then on to their kids. And on to you. Me. We are products of our ancestors. Their blood courses in our veins. Right on, right, Kennedy? I've seen an interesting meme from a Native Voice, Right on, Blade. Hell yeah, that's right. Those who have fallen. So that's how I think of the ancestors. And, that's the whole premise behind Reiki as well. That you had these ascended masters that would were at your beck and call and could provide you with energy and wisdom in the form of some type of crazy chi voodoo magic, when it would go through your body and through your hands and heal something or something, whatever. I like that concept. I don't think it really works that way. But who knows? But that's how strong you are. Imagine throwing a punch with all the might of your ancestors. They deleting comments again, Acetane. Yeah. I heard this in my chat a couple days ago. And then I went to Angry Prepper's live stream, and I was chatting. And my comments were coming up. Precondition failed. Error has occurred, and I could see there was a difference in my comments, and nobody could see my comments. Fuck China. Yeah, nice. Canadian. Blaine. And that's where it starts. It starts with your ancestors. Who came before you? Having trouble with the show hide option. I never turned that on mine because I knew I hate that shit. Astral projection, yeah. I've done it. Done it a few times. Yeah, you also notice that too. If you go into your YouTube studios, you'll see a lot of comments that you don't get to see. Like they actually hide comments from you. But imagine that. Imagine that you have the power of your ancestors in your hands. You can punch with all their might behind it. You can lift heavy things. You can build things. You can make things. You can fix things. What fucking question is that, Milo? You tell me. Government has no ties to my ancestors. Ancestral transcends all that. And that's it. Your inner strength comes from your ancestors. It really does. I truly believe that. I've heard voices. We hear voices. We hear urges. Ever had that urge? Stop. Go. Do something. It's your ancestors. Those who walked before us paved the way for us, made the roads for us. There were no roads. The roads that we walk upon now paved by our ancestors, cut, literally carved out of the ground itself, out of rock. When I look at other people, I can almost see their ancestors in them. I wonder if maybe my ancestors knew their ancestors. It's a possibility. The world was smaller back in the day. I liken it to having your own personal support group, your own personal advisors. They're your advisors. You can always look back and say, what would Uncle so and so do? What did he do? If you don't have the answer to that question, you don't get the answer. You can ask someone that knew them. Hopefully they're still alive. That's why I love talking to my mom. Rump Rangers? What the fuck are y'all talking about? Do not forget the faces of the fathers. Well, ask the question and go to bed. Ask the question and get drunk. Hey, what's up, Shinobi-wan? History. Look into the history books. You're reading tales of your ancestors and their exploits. It made the history books. What's up, Cherokee? Their actions were written down. They fought massive wars, conquered amazing things, traveled lands. Milo, you're gonna. All right. Heal everyone, please. Go ahead. Confessing evangelicals. I don't care. Do what you want. They did amazing things, man. Wow, right, Eric. Talk to the dead. Yes, talk to your ancestors. Call them out by name. Ask them for wisdom and guidance. There's nothing strange about that. Talking to dead people. How is that any different from praying? Ancestral worship. Ancestral connection. We've gotten away from that. Think about that. Much has changed since the time that I used to go to family reunions all the time and visit graves and had to go there and put flowers on the gravestones of people I had never met. Why did I have to do that? It's an honor. It's a tradition. Remember them. Remember their stories. Remember their exploits. They have lessons to teach us. And yes, we are doomed. We are doomed to continue to learn that lesson. There's no mistakes, just lessons not learned yet. Keep doing the same fucking thing until we figure it out. Kind of like going through a maze, right? Connect. And we see this in our there's a push in this world to get us away from all that, to isolate us, to put us in a little box and then watch us, to separate us from everything, from all our family, all our friends, and our ancestors. You can never be separated from your ancestors. You yourself one day will be an ancestor. So when you go back to that porch and claim your rocking chair so that you can sit there and watch with your father and his father and the fathers before him and watch your offspring play in the field, you can tell them stories of your exploits. Well, no, you don't have to, because they've already seen it. They watched you go through it. They helped you. They guided you. They picked your face up out of the mud when you fell down, kicked you in the ass and made you go more. Keep going. Don't quit. Don't stop. You will be an ancestor. You will. And you'll take your place amongst them. Don't drop it. Don't stop it. I think of my ancestors as that spark that's inside me, that rage that's inside me, that fire in my belly, twinkle in my eyes, the command in my voice, strength in my hands. They're living vicariously through us. They're watching us. So they get to see us. Get to see us, and then they get to see what we're doing. We are a part of them. That symbiotic relationship never dies, even though they're gone. We will always be connected. Forefathers and mothers. Think of the patriarchs and matriarchs of our great families. So many of them. I remember doing that work because I had questions. Wanted to know where I came from. On both sides. My mother's side, my father's side. Obviously, my father's side, I was like, wow, that's amazing. I've done a video about it. What a piece of work he was. Right on, John. Exactly. Exactly. We have a reputation to uphold. We have a standard to bear. Right on. Guardsman. Yeah. The women in my family, I swear. Right, John. Right. What's he say? What's no bitch assness? Right on, Milo. I wish I could do the same. Of course, I don't have 500 something, 600 something $1,000 for 500, 800 acres of land. I don't know how much it was, but yeah, yeah. The homestead, which I spent time as a kid and as a youth running that land. A land that my family carved out, my ancestors carved out a living. I've told stories about it. Right, Eric, right? From your mother, huh? Yeah. And you always hear that too. Oh, you got your grandfather's eyes. You got your mother's smile. My ancestors smoked a lot. Uh, right. Our ancestors faced problems. Yeah, the mom stories. Yeah. My mom is the oracle. My mom is the history keeper of her type. See, that's the thing. Of her version of the past. And I had to like go out and find other aunts and uncles that could tell me and get and fill me in with other parts of the past. And sometimes the stories don't match. You know, you're like, that's I don't know about that. And then you can check the archives and check other things. You know, other records that are out there, and go, you guys are that's wrong. You know, for the longest time, and for you guys, for you history buffs out here that know anything about history, Civil War. There was a story going around in my family. This tells you how much it passed on. But the story was that I was named after an uncle who gave Ulysses S. Grant his last drink of water at the Battle of Shiloh, Tennessee. So think about that. I heard this as a kid all the time. This is where my namesake came from. And then I got interested in Civil War history because of this lie. I know it's a lie. Tell me if you think it's a lie. It is a lie. First and foremost, I had no I when we went through the records. There you go, Milo, right? You know the truth. After he became president. Yeah, anyway, after the war was over. But yeah, my family didn't know this. I don't know. They just kept repeating the same fucking story over and over again. You know. And so when I started my journey into the Civil War, which started young, because I learned that none of my family would have ever met Ulysses S. Grant because they were all Confederates. they all fought in the Tennessee Regulars or whatever. Forgot what it was. That's where they fought. They never went and became Union. They were all Confederate. And we all know that Ulysses S. Grant did not die in the Civil War. He died after what? After his presidency, after the Civil War, as you said, as an alcoholic on the streets. Also, interesting enough, one of the only other presidents to be arrested for speeding. Yeah, and he was arrested by a freed slave turned policeman in Washington D.C. I mean, they arrested him. They took him to the station. They let him go, and they said, "Come back for your court date." And he never did. I mean, his Grant was just like, "Man, fuck you," you know. And yeah, he was speeding in his horse and buggy, or his speeding in his horse and buggy. Yeah, I mean, there you go, Ulysses S. Grant. And when I started to tell this to all my family, no, you don't know you don't know what you're talking about. You're just stupid. You really? Yeah. Go look it up. I'm not looking it up. I know the story. Okay. All right. Well, I'm telling you right now, the story is wrong. Come to find out, I was named after my namesake came from a uncle that brought everybody over here, and he was Welsh. So in his name, well, anyway, he was Welsh. My other name comes from my dad's side, who were all dirty Vikings, really dirty Vikings. It's amazing. You think about what your lineage is. Shinobi One. Growing asterisk my own. And so you think about that. You think about the stories that are fake, that you debunk. Hence began my question everything, because I question everything, and it's for good reason that I question everything. If I would have believed that, well, my mother's side, that was the thing. You know, you always think about your father's side as being the most dominant, right? But I don't have my father's namesake. Very interesting story, of course. It's all fucked up. It's all bullshit. It's all fucked up. Yeah. Australian, Italian, Native, and Irish. Damn, Majid. Right on. Trust no one, believe nothing, and question everything. Hey, folks, drop your links. Shameless plugs for everyone. If you're blue, you know what to do. If you're not, then you're snot. Or you can just beg somebody and they drop your link for you. I say I smoke cigarettes. Carry on this conversation out on the balcony. So yeah, it's like a Scottish, Welsh, and then a Norse thing. There you go, Milo. Drop your links. was very, very important to know where we come from, because that's where we're going. Like I said, they drive us, they push us. They are the driving force. They are where we get our will and determination. The genetic makeup. I'm the whore of my ancestors. I'm the bastard son of my ancestors. Bastard son of my father. He was a whore. He was a man whore. And he did it for money. Shinobi Wan, right? Pure bloods. Yeah, there's a war for our blood. There is. There's a war for our blood. Scottish, Irish, English, percent Cherokee, 1.69% Cherokee. Drake's Bay. Low flying full belly. That's why I like balconies so much, man. Let's look out across the land, see my offspring. Parts that broke. Right. Still away your rapier. Fill your pistols with water. Call the police on you as you sleep. After you stole the gold. I don't have any Indian in me. None whatsoever. I'm as white as they come. I don't know. I've never did any type of. I just know my my ancestry. That's another lie my family likes to say, is that there's Indian in our family. There's not. There's no Indian in our family. Polish and Brazilian. Ooh, nice. Wow. Think about that. Think about what your ancestors went through. Think about what it took for you to be here. Amazing effort, taking generations to get here. That's why I like watching families play and move around, do their thing. They are building. They are making. They are the future. So I think that's what our ancestors are doing, is sitting back watching us. They're rocking chairs. Sometimes maybe it's a spectator sport. Maybe they sit around and place your bets. It's going to fall on his ass this time. Right, DJ? Digging. digging a hole in the ground to digging a hole in the mountain to find gold. Scratching the land and removing rocks and boulders. Making a farm. Making a life. Creating something out of nothing. That's what our ancestors did. I don't know, that's up to us going crazy. If you have kids, if you have nieces and nephews, we are all connected. And the connection with our ancestors is a strong one. What's up, Ellen? Oh, this one. Creating something out of nothing is being a creative, idealist-minded, creative person to make it into a reality. That's my thought. Hello, everyone. Yes. Right, Shinobi. My family tree has 2 genders on it. Sitting there rocking chairs, betting on they're going to hear me say, "Hold my beer" again. Ghost Lagan. Yeah, they're probably pacing bets. They're like, we might have to make a chair. Somebody get that rocking chair ready for him. Our ancestors. These are our ancestors too. These will be with us as well. Our dogs. Absolutely. Why wouldn't they be? It probably has a seatbelt. Right? Oh, yeah, right? Wolfgang, look at this. Look at that. Yeah. That was an epic night. Epic night indeed. Whew. Our dogs, our pets. Yeah. Skull! Going crazy, Skull. That's where my sword hangs out, right? John Smith, that's what time I went to bed, 3 a.m. Every hair on my head, every hair on my face and my beard, it's because of my ancestors. I mean, you think about the genetics, ancestry, DNA. All right, take care of yourself, Wolfgang. When you look at the DNA, they can literally look at your DNA and trace it all the way back. Thank you, Prepper Chick. Good seeing you, by the way. They can trace it all the way back to 200, 300 million years. That's, yes, my love, indeed. your companions in life, whether they're pets, whether they're friends, whether they're family, they are part of your ancestral backing. That's it. That's who it is. Gay or no? You have ancestors. They've passed along. They're still with you. They're your companions. We'll see them all soon. Soon enough. Take care, Ellen. Do not forget the faces of your fathers. And a lot of us are like that prepper chick. I lost my sister. She's part of my ancestry. She's part of the lineage that's behind me, that pushes me, guides me. My brother and his family, estranged. I have my mother. She still lives. DJ, right on. We have to do things in their honor. Make a conscious effort to do things in their honor. Make a conscious effort to look back into your past and acknowledge them. There's an amazing power there. An untapped resource. It's a resource that's constantly flowing. Like I said, you're the tip of the spear. They are the shaft in the hands that hold it and drive it. Meat Puppet 007. Welcome. Your ancestors are crying out throughout the universe, directing everything they have at you. All of us. It's up to us to listen, look back, and acknowledge them. They are our past. We are the future. And that will help us in the times to come. Trying times to come. The trials and tribulations that we face. Our ancestors can help us with that. And regardless of what you know of your ancestors, they're still there. So it's very important to build a type of relationship, a paint the picture. Wow, Eric. And like I said, we also have to learn from their mistakes. And that's beautiful. What you believe, belief system, whatever that is, whatever it may be. Your ancestors don't change. Your belief system might. And it's different and personal for everyone. And you might believe the same way that your ancestors did, your forefathers did. But your ancestors are your ancestors. Shinobi one. That's gay. Yeah. Bissell or Hoover being vacuumed up off the floor. Talk about as whoever's holding your ashes is like, oh shit. Skull should be one. I like the one where they go out on the ship. They're gonna throw the ashes out into the sea. And they throw it out there, and the ashes hit him in the face. I also like the one where they took the ashes of their dead father and put it in a bag of weed and smoked it. Keep that powder dry. Facing the river. Oh wow, Ghostacon, badass. Yeah. I just want to be. I don't want people to have me, put me on a fucking shelf. I just want to die and be part of this earth. You know. Back to the ash, back to the dust. Right. I mean, that's the thing, John Smith. What do you care? I mean, But what do we know? I do believe that what we do, how we honor our dead, that says a lot about our sentimentality. We're very sentimental. We can all grab something out of our stuff and go, this belongs to so and so. Independent Mini United. Wow, Ghostacon. Crazy. I like it. So yeah, I find myself on this day. Oh, crazy backyard chicken, man. There's some weird shit going on YouTube. It's not me. It's not anyone out here in the chat. Everybody brought it to my attention a couple days ago, Friday, Thursday or Friday. They brought it to my attention, and I've experienced it myself firsthand in other chat rooms. There's some weird shit going on. So it's not me. It's fucking YouTube doing crazy shit. So I couldn't, and you know what, crazy backyard chicken man, it involved you. This is how I found this out, because I went to Angry Prepper's live stream after this live stream, right? And it's the same live stream Friday, Lackluster Friday, and I was like encouraging to cuss. You wouldn't type out fuck in my chat. You were doing the asterisk bullshit. But then you went to Angry Prepper and said the word. You typed out the word fuck, and so I typed out what the fuck. You won't say fuck in my chat, but you'll say it in Angry Prepper's chat, and it didn't come up. Like it gave me preconditioned fail. I was like, what is this crap? And then it continued. Error message, error this, error that, error failed. And I was like, what the fuck? What's going on here? And you never got to see my message. And that's when I realized, oh shit, something is going on. Because you guys were telling me beforehand in the chat that the comments were being blocked or something, or nobody could see your comments. And I was like, damn. And it literally happened to me. What's up, Dan? Computers are usually right. Okay. Yeah, right. Yeah. Trust the AI. They know what's best for you. Yeah. Please take the shower in the uh, right, Melanie. Right. But our ancestors speak to us. We must listen. They send out their emails all the time. We never get to see them. It's because of our arrogance. It's because of our preoccupation with life that we don't get to hear them. It's very important for us to honor them and look back at them and acknowledge them. Listen. Learn from them. Learn from their successes and their mistakes. Yeah, take the acid shower. Smile for the flash. Right. Right, DJ. I'm reading your chats. You guys are amazing. You guys really pump out some amazing stuff, man. You really do. There are limits. There are limits. The ancestors, our ancestors, they can teach us how to get past the limits, how to push ourselves, how to become the best version of ourselves and the best version of them. See, that's the goal. That is the goal, is to have your kids and your kids' kids be better than you, to do greater things, to go forth and conquer the world. Or just to be good. So yeah, folks, there you have it. Your ancestors are speaking. Carpe diem. Seize the day. Yankee Watchdog. Believe it, live it, love it, learn it, be a part of it. Good question. Would you make your ancestors proud? Would any of us? That's a great question to ask ourselves. What would my ancestors do? What did they do? What did they do in this situation? Did they make the right choice or did they make the wrong choice? That's the thing, he went left when he should have went right, and Blaine. As far as being a free spirit asshole, yes. And yes, Memorial Day for those who have fallen. There's a special connection. Us vets, those who have fallen. We knew them. What's up, Mary? Right, man. Right, We knew them. We fought beside them. We lived with them. We were friends with them. We drank with them. We fought with them. We watched them die. There's some stories where we held them in our arms as they bled out. So it's different for us vets. You see, Memorial Day is a different type of holiday. Right, Dan? All right. Thank you very, very much, Melanie. Goes Lacan. Well, they had needs and urges as well. I tell the story. My father was a skivvy house bandit. He was. He had 16 wives. 16, 17 wives, 8 states. There's like 34. I have 34 half brothers and sisters. So my father, remember the face of your fathers. I do remember the face of my father. He looked a lot like Chuck Norris, except he was redheaded. He was a scoundrel, absolute scoundrel. Played my mom for a fool, took her money, tax money. Damn, Milo. Yeah. It's pretty hard. I've done that too. I've met the families of the fallen that I knew. Pain in their eyes, and they're wanting more from me. I couldn't give it to them. I couldn't tell them that their son liked crack whores. I couldn't tell them that their son gave us all crabs. I couldn't tell them stuff like that. I couldn't tell him that he had a perplexity for porn. He was constantly jacking off. I couldn't tell that. I couldn't say that. But But they knew that I knew him in a different way. I'm talking about Clem. Clem, you hear me? Yeah, scoundrel. I couldn't tell him that he would beg us for money so he could go around the dark alley and get some strange from a little disgusting crack whore. I couldn't tell him that. It took a bullet for me. Yeah, right. There's guilt there too, right? Survivor's guilt. That's part of it too. Why do you have to die, not me? But yeah, this day is a day of remembrance. Day of remembrance for those who have fallen. Yeah, white lies are acceptable. Yeah, you're like, yeah, he was a good man. He was a good man. Yeah. We lost many to the wars. Exactly, Yankee Westover. Yeah. Exactly. If they didn't survive, if they didn't succeed in some way, shape, or fashion, we would not be here. And I believe we are here for a reason. I think the ancestors know that. I think they know. Why else would they be pushing us? Right, yeah. Exactly, yeah, Jack. Oh, yeah. To be mindful. And we know this. We know this, we feel this, but we have to find out the hard way. That's the way of mankind, the living mankind. So we have to find out the hard way. It's always the hard way. But if we just look back at our ancestors, they will show us the way forward. Right, Milo? Yep. So yeah, folks, I'm tired of talking. It's almost 9 o'clock. I know a lot of people go live at 9. It's my thoughts, my reflections. Strange dream I had, my naps. Really, my ancestors on a balcony, on a porch, in their rocking chairs, yelling at me from a distance, and then eventually me joining them in my own rocking chair. Right, Dan. We would join the ranks of ancestry. Right on you, Ned. It helps me too. It helps me to get it out. And, it knowing that one day I'll take my place amongst them. I will, and you will too. We'll take our place amongst them. It gives. I know. I know that. It gives me a wisdom, a type of knowledge. When I look out at everyone, I see everyone that I meet. I know they have their own lineage, their own line, their own ancestry. Sounds like paintball gun. So, yeah. Thank you, Drake Spain. I really have to check this out. Oh, it's an airsoft rifle. Oh, that's pretty fun. Yeah, we got an airsoft rifle out there shooting each other. Yeah, watching three Utes out there. You got this orange and gray like little short M16 looking airsoft rifle, just shooting each other. they're young adults in their 20s. So that's what that little was. It doesn't look like a high-powered airsoft rifle. It looks like a kid's toy. It looks fun. I mean, he just shot his friends up. They just could do. Come on, shoot me. You ain't got it. Oh, fuck. They're like walking around. Yeah, I love airsoft, man. Yeah, and man, the advancements they've made in it now. I remember when you had to take the magazine and you had the little dial that you had to preload all the time with the spring and all that. You had this big fucking battery. Now they got such smaller batteries. The guns are smaller. They're faster. They shoot faster. Uh, Damn, Chicken Man. Wow. Air softly. Oh, damn, you put it inside the house. Right, Milo. So yeah, folks, I leave you with that thought. Your ancestors. Hope that you connect with them. Because they are desperately trying to connect with you. It's like a long distance phone call that you won't accept. You have to accept it. Listen to their words. They will guide us. They will guide you. They have always guided us. Just don't realize it. Our history books are filled with it. So yes, on this Memorial Day Eve, I find myself thinking of my ancestors, thinking of my forefathers, thinking of my support group. And that goes with my kung fu sensei, to my uncle, to my friends that have passed before me. All these animals and pets that I knew, friends that I knew, I lived with. They're all part of that system, of your system. My dead sister, everyone. Everyone. Everyone you had a connection with is gone. That is your ancestry. And there's much power there. Much power. So connect with it. It will give you hope. It will give you strength. It will give you guidance and direction. And it will give you love. Because that's the thing too. They love us. We love them. Even though they're gone. The love is the bond. Thank you, Terry. So yeah, folks. I'm in it now. Guardsmen. Ooh, fajitas. Yummy. Love me some fajitas. Oh yeah. Right on. Right on. Independent Mini United. Absolutely. That's great. Right on, Chicken Man. Right? No shit. Damn. It's your ancestors telling you, grab that gun, man. Right on, Eric. So, yeah, thank you all very much. Thank you, DJ. DJ. They're fixing the experience climate change in my oven. Yeah. Thank you, DJ. Thank you, United. Thank you, Crazy Backyard Chicken Man. Thank you, Milo. Thank you, John. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Dan. DJ, Prepper Chick. Eric. Blaine. Thank you all for hanging out with me. Terry. Milo. Majik. All you guys and gals out there, thank you all very, very much for hanging out. Michigan Outpost, thank you as well. Kayak and cookout drinky drink. Skull. I've been drinking too. A little, just a little. Dan, thank you. Thank you all. Have a good night. Yes. I'm gonna cook some chicken. Yes, I'm gonna cook me some chicken. I got it thawing out. Ghost Khan. Yes, good night. As well. I've got me some chicken thawing out. It's been thawing out all damn day. It's still frozen. I literally I take it, I put it in a trash bag or a Walmart bag, and I let it set on my counter. To the bar! To the bar! No, I ain't going to the bar. No. So yeah, I see Bake a Leg just went live, so we needed the peppers. Yeah, I need some peppers too. All right, folks. So yeah, go check out Yankee Watchman. Thank you as well. Watchdog. Thank you as well. Go check out Melanie Bake a Leg. I think I'll stop in there a little bit, hang out, check out what Bake a Leg's up to. Make my rounds. Enjoy the setting of the sun. No, Chicken Man. No, thank you. No. You know, I should not go into bars, but not right now. I don't need to go in a bar because I'm that guy. I will. Somebody's gonna say something, and I'm just going to fucking just. That's it. I can't. I don't want to be that guy. I just don't want to be that guy. So, um, I will not go to the bar. I will sit here. I will reflect. I will giggle at the memory of those who have went before me. I'm still in reflection here. I don't need a bar to help me to reflect, because those I've lost, those who have fallen, that I knew, I went to the bar with them. uh, yeah, right, Eric. Yeah, I talked to my mom already. She's oh man, she's a mess. Yeah, she's a hoot. My mom, we spend like 4 or 5 hours on the phone together. Really, I mean. Right, Chicken Man. Real illusions, reflections. Yeah, I see the images. It's esoteric, whatever that means. Yeah. So yes, thank you all, folks. I need a friend. You know what? The more I spend alone, the more I realize I am self-reliant. And the more I like that feeling. I mean, I'm going tomorrow to hang out with a bunch of people. So I'm doing my part. I'm getting out there. I'm getting out. You know? And it's not a group that drinks. Michelle the Great. Hey, welcome. So that we're not all going to be just drinking and barbecuing and fist fighting. You know, it's none of that. We're going to be eating and, you know, sitting around talking and shit. So I'm going to end this live stream. Thank you all very, very much for hanging out with me. Sunday Reflections. Talk to your ancestors, because they're talking to us. They're talking to you. Just need to listen. Good night, everyone. Take care.